Welcome to the TFO podcast, where guests get to give their thoughts, feelings, and opinions on a variety of subjects. This podcast is hosted by your very own Stacey Cook, and, as always, sponsored by Fool's Guide Life Coaching. Follow me on all social media platforms. So give it up for our guest today. Yeah.
When we started this, I never forget it. You know, I couldn't dance. We was over in the park in East Moline on 13th Street, down there in Hereford. And they rock out and come over. They put the little cardboard down. It was like, oh yeah, battle. You know, so, and I couldn't dance, so I'm just watching. You know, East Moline cheering them up. Timothy and Kendrick and done the puppet on them. and they over there, they over there looking silly now. They mad, okay? And all of a sudden, dude, fix the radio. I said, I bet y'all can't do this. Turn it on. Everybody was like, we'll be back. We started rapping that day. From that point on, I've been grinding hard ever since at it. And trying to be perfection at it, you're never going to perfect it.
Get Off Our Jock and all those songs just showed me you guys, you were like Run DMC to me. Like when I looked at them, I was like, these guys have us all political, they have all these songs, so I was listening to y'all do it, and I was just in awe. And if you think about it, it's because he's my big brother, so I'm 3 years younger. I'm listening to LL, and I remember you guys put me on the Ice-T, Squeeze the Trigger, all these music he used to bump in his car. He used to have a little EQ booster back in the day. And I just followed what he did. So for me, I was trying to be like him.
For sure.
And I remember Chris came into the scene around that time, and y'all had that, Stacey had that transformer that he had made or whatever.
We're gonna get to that.
So I want to ask Mark, because Mark really never, I don't remember you ever trying to rap or trying to do none of that stuff, but I know that you were in it about the same time we were doing it. So how did you get it?
Everybody always asks me, they say, you a dancer, what you do? How did you, when made you go dance? And I said, you know what? I saw Bear Flowers, I saw Gobs, I saw Terrell, and I saw Stacey, I saw River the Great, Jackie Chan, and Burger. And I said, man, that right there is crazy. And I always wanted to dance, but I was always Michael Jackson. I thought it was Michael Jackson. So it wasn't nothing like, I could do this, but I watched you guys enough to do it. Kendra Brooks in the garage, scraping his forehead on the floor. Doing
the rotation.
But I always did it, but it wasn't me. For me, that wasn't me. I was all R&B. But whenever I thought y'all was gonna perform, and you started mixing all this stuff, I was like, man, see, y'all don't even understand. I said, dude, East Moline is tougher. That's what I call it. Like, we better than all you guys.
It was this close to riches and fame because of the way this dude could dance.
Oh, don't tell that story yet. It'll be great. Okay.
Sorry, now let me ask you a question. Was it true, because I'll say back then, and you love Truth.
Yeah.
During that time, even with the way you dance, was that something you would emulate, or you looked at that and it was an inspiration?
And I'm going to tell you something. This is weird. I was doing those moves before I saw them do it. Because I would be with Lewis at school in Champaign, and I'd be in the living room just dancing. And that's how we came up with all our stuff. I would just dance and dance. Wow. Lewis was like, man, where you get that from? I said, I have no idea. I was just feeling the music. But when I saw Troop, I was like, wow. And then when we opened up for him, performed for him, we danced. We was wrong for this, I understand. But we were just happy to be there, you know what I'm saying? And they were doing, I'm not stupid to say, but we was doing it in the back. And the people would turn around and were watching us. And they got mad at us. And I was like, I didn't mean it in the back way.
Yeah, I remember Chris coming down into the basement when we was down there. I remember coming down there, and I always thought Chris has the fastest hands. I was a DJ too. Before Chris.
Yeah, you scratched.
Oh, so I was the DJ. And when I saw Chris do the scratching, I was like, he's the DJ. He should be the DJ.
And I got the recording of that meeting.
You do? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, see?
That's crazy. I need to see
The
that.
first time y'all did
Yes.
get off our jock in front of us.
Yeah.
And then I think Robert Taylor was DJing, but somehow I ended up DJing down there in the basement that night. And they had that transformer switch.
Yes.
He was like, jump on there. And this was like 2 hours,
Yeah.
2-3 hours. I recorded the whole thing.
Scratching on the transformer was hard for me. I was not ambidextrous. You can do both. I gave him that thing the very first time he hit it. He was like, "Oh, you can't die. For real?" And that was cheating. I never heard or seen anybody do that up to that point. Have that thing. I have never seen anybody since have one.
Well, you know, that switch was ahead of its time.
It was. The next question I want to ask is like, how did you guys actually get in the group, the original Tuff Team?
Well, I didn't dance. I mean, I just knew that I didn't know how to dance. So we went back and, you know, after the dude that, you know, kind of beat us up on the rap in the park, we went back and we was just trying to figure out how to make a song. It was just me and Stacey at first, and Willie. But Burger was sitting there just looking, just watching us, and, you know, not doing anything because he was just, I don't know, maybe he was in his book or something. Because he was, you know, just, you know, a brain. And we started doing something, and he just came over and he just started, he was funny looking, but he was good, man. He started rapping. He just started with us. And I can't remember how we started calling him Burger. I just cannot remember that. But at that moment, we knew that he was going to be part of the group. Yeah. And it was me, Stacey, Willie, and Burger. And that day, we decided Willie wasn't going to be part of the group.
We sure did. It wasn't that hard.
Because he couldn't rap.
He could rap. I mean,
to this day, Willie's my man's.
Yep.
But he wasn't going to get that, you know. Yeah. So we decided he wasn't going to be in the group. Me, Stacey, and Burger. We started up. Did we start off as D4?
The D4s, yes.
And it was a few months down the line, we changed our name to the Tuff Team.
Yep. The Tuff Team was born at that point.
Yeah, was Burger part of that group too?
Yeah,
he was at the very beginning of the group, and then he ended up.
Yeah.
Did he move or what happened?
He couldn't come to practice.
Yes.
We couldn't go to his house.
Yeah.
He was very, very limited in his access to us.
Those guys had a talent show. And I went to their talent show. I still remember John Burger dancing and his skills.
And that's when him and I
He
fell
was
out.
good, wasn't he, man?
Yes, and that's when Burger and I fell out because he left me and went to dance with that other dance group in the talent show. So I had to make my own group, and I got my own group, and then we actually beat them. And admittedly, they
the Furious Styles.
I still remember the names of you remember they all lined. I remember they all lined up in a big old line, put their hands on their shoulders, and did the midway. I was like, damn, that was cold. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
People they pioneered this.
Yeah.
I mean, this comes from the break. Maybe even before the breaking movies. I'm serious, man.
I'm serious.
You know.
So in this room, and this is no I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion. There's a lot of talent in this room. If you go back to that time, we probably have the best dancer and the best people that rap and the best DJ in the Quad Cities. At that time, it would be hard pressed for you guys to go out and think of somebody else back then that would have been better than
I
any
don't
one of
know
us.
the other side of the river, so maybe somebody.
We did though.
We did.
We did.
See, I came up with each and every producer that's in Rock Island.
That's right. We know how we got in the Tuff Team because we are the original Tuff Team. I would like to throw out there's many imitators, but we are the original Tuff Team. There's plenty of people that have been in that group. But Mark, how did you actually get in the group?
Because all I remember is one day I woke up and Troy was like, Stacey wants you to do this. And I was like, yeah. I'm going to say no. I never said no because I was always like, man, heck yeah. I said, but Stacey can really dance, dude. What am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? He goes, no. He said, no. Stacey said for you to come because he wants you to dance. He's seen you dance, and you going to do it. He said, you going to choreograph it, you going to do it. I said, well, okay. But I was scared because I was like, I saw Stacey, you know, they break dance, they don't see.
Yeah.
I could do it, but I never did it. Yeah. I do it behind closed doors in the garage. Yeah. I never did it in public. I was too scared to break dance. But when it came to just dancing, you know, you got to do is say, hey, when they all stepped and they capriced them, they said, hey, we're gonna turn any of these Moline dancers out that you got. And they all came out. And I said, you know what? As I'll dance against every last one of you guys right now.
Yep.
We was in the Brown building and they started doing their little thing and they played 5 minutes of funk. And Leonard came out there. Remember this? Leonard came out there and he started doing that.
That was your stuff right there.
I was like, yeah. And I danced for like 15 minutes straight, dude. Not the same move, not one time. And I got done, the whole place was just going crazy. Yeah. And the DJ turned the music off. I think it was Pat Spencer. And he turned the music off. He said, man, I already know y'all don't want none of that. And that was it. Yeah. Wow. I turned around one day and I said, have you ever heard that? Because Stacey goes, man, we got a DJ that's cold. And I was like, who? He says, Chris Atwater. And I was like, man, I just can't wait to hear. I remember seeing his turntables, he had that tape on there.
Yep.
And Chris went crazy. I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, man, this ain't real. I said, this is really not real. Yeah. And Stacey's like, no, man, he's really that. He's like that. Cold. I said, he is not doing that for real. No. Yes, it is. He is. Oh, yeah. He's doing that. Killing it. And I never forget it to this day. I have anybody say anything about DJ, I'm always like, no, Chris Atwater was the one.